What's up? My name's Sinatra. I'm gonna try to make a bass here for you really quick. Made it 2 times already. I'm gonna try not to talk as much. Or actually, I just kind of played around with it too much. Operator, sine wave. Take it down 1 octave here. Perfect. Over in this tab here, the algorithms tab, we're gonna have it changed to 1 voices, make it mono. Pitch bend range, 1 octave, 12 steps. We're done in there for now. Over this tab, select it 100% on the pitch envelope. And glide time, we're going to give it a little over 100 milliseconds. 110 works. Filter tab. Set it down to about 10 kilohertz, 24% resonance. Shaper, we're gonna have soft shaper turned on, like 4 decibels of drive, and I think that should be good for now. And the LFO tab, will come back to that in a minute here, but let's go over to the oscillators here. Oscillator 1 is our sine wave. We're good with that. Oscillator 2, or B, is going to be saw D wave. It's got a lot of harmonics. Set it to -19 dB. Sounds good. And oscillator C is going to be saw D as well. That we're going to macro, so whatever, -21 works. Set the course though for oscillator C to 4. And oscillator D is going to be saw D as well. Set the course to 5. And come back to this. Actually, no. We're going to detune these, or we're going to make them a little bit out of phase of each other. So oscillator B, set your phase to like 17 or something like that. C, set your phase to close to 50. Doesn't really matter. We're just trying to spread them. Oscillator C, let's go to like 80. I don't, that's too even. 81. Awesome. Doesn't make a big difference now, but you can tell in the final product, so trust me on that one. Sounds nice. Cool. Click your LFO tab option on, 100% on the amount. Get rid of your oscillator destinations. We don't want that. We only want it going to the filter. So that's doing that. And then you got destination B here. We're going to choose oscillator crossfade A and C, or B and D, whatever you think sounds better. Actually, a lot of these sound cool, but we're going to go with A and C for the demonstration. So there you have it. Let's start to macro some things out so you can see what this really does. First thing I'm going to macro here is, what do I want to macro first? Good question. Probably, I'm just gonna check my cheat sheet. Don't look, you can't see it. Oh, the LFO. Yeah, okay, so LFO, we're gonna map to macro 1 because we don't need it on all the time. It's nice to be able to control it. Macro 2 is gonna be the rate for the LFO. Cool, that's that. Then macro 3 is going to be the algorithms. Haha, forgot about that guy. So all of these are your frequency algorithms, frequency modulation algorithms of how your oscillators are frequency modulating each other. I'm not going to explain that right now because it's a lot of time, and I'm just not going to do that right now. But it kind of shows you how they're frequency modulating each other, order that they're modulating in. Anyways, macro that 2, 3, and you get a different bass every time. So that's cool. Now you got like 8 different basses or something like that. Just turning that LF off. But yeah, algorithms map to that. Cool, cool, cool. And oscillator C sounds cool when you map or mess around with it. So we'll map that to macro 5. And the fine tuning for it. Makes cool effects, I know, so I'm going to map that to 6. And then D is going to be 7. See, I get too busy playing with this. It's just, it sounds so cool, so fun. And now we got 2 more spots here, so let's go back to the pitch envelope. The peak, we'll make that macro 4, I guess, and the decay time is going to be 8. So this will be, you know, how punchy or negative punchy you want, and how long you want your punchy to be. Perfect. So now you got a bass machine that has a bunch of little different options for you. Sweet. Okay. Next thing we can do is we're gonna frequency split it, just so I can keep the low end clean, and do some stuff to the high end. Ooh, you know what? Before we do that, watch this. Let's make this guy real big by duplicating this chain right here. And we're gonna make this 4 decibels quieter. Maybe. And we're gonna throw an EQ8 on it and get rid of the low end. So, like, let's go with 250 hertz just for sake of time's argument. Because it works, I know that. Get rid of the bass. And then we'll duplicate that. Kaboom. Make one go to the right, and then pan the other one to the left. I'm choosing 23 just because. So now we got middle, right, left side one, and to make it even wider, you can throw a frequency shifter on the left and the right sides, and you just move the frequency a very, very tiny bit, like 0.3 hertz on one, and then negative 0.3 hertz on the other one, and it will sound like a big phasey neuro thing. And without those, it's so it's definitely doing something pretty cool, nice and big. Like that. I'm actually gonna throw another EQ8 after that here, just so I can make the mid side information a little bit better. First of all, get rid of that harmonic. Fuck that. All right, I'm gonna play F. Actually, it makes more sense. Get rid of the harmonic at about 86 hertz. If you're playing an F, also, yeah, just get rid of your second harmonic. Don't listen to me. I'm gonna change the Q, because we don't want it, so get rid of that. Cool. Mid side. Cool. Go to your sides. Boost your sides up. And then cut out the low, because you don't need that from your sides. Cool. Now we got a little bit bigger stereo image. I like that. And now we're going to throw Multiband Dynamics after that. Group that. And map the low crossover here to, macro 1. Duplicate, so we got a high and a low chain. And now we have a new audio track. Yeah, it's a low chain, you get it. So, 150 hertz crossover is what I know works for this. And we'll solo the low end on the low chain, get rid of the high stuff right there, so only the low end plays for that. And then the high end doesn't need the low chain because we have a low chain, so cool. Now on the high chain, since we're trying to keep the low nice and clean like that, we're also going to throw a utility on that, make it mono while we're here. Perfect. Okay, so the high chain is going to get a frequency shifter again. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to change it to 50%. Dry wet. The fine tuning. It's gonna sound really cool. So it's almost kind of like a notch filter moving through. So I'll just set it like 0.4. Why not? Duplicate it and then have one going negative something. Negative 0.41. Now, some people like to mess the phase up on these, you know, make one have like 180 degrees difference, but I think it sounds fine if you leave it phase at 180. And then if you just drop this a little under, changes the sound a bit, but, you know, it's up to you. I'm just gonna leave everything 50% for the video's sake. Cool. After that, let's throw some chorus on that. Almost basically where chorus opens up, you just turn the dry wet down. Sounds fine. I'll take it. And then, let's go some erosion. 445 hertz with 1.24 amount. Definitely not that high. Like 3. It's very subtle, but it's just like a little bit extra oomph, a little bit extra air, body, whatever. They're just gonna add to that sound. And well, let's put an auto filter on there too. I'm gonna put a notch in there because need a notch. So now we have a notch with the LFO controlling it, just moving around. Sweet. Yeah, that's what's going on the high end of the sound. Low end still nice and clean. That's good and dandy. So what we'll do is let's glue that back together real quick. Yep, that sounds good. -13 threshold, 9 decibels makeup gain, and soft clipping. Definitely didn't need that much makeup gain, but we're gonna do some cool filtering here, neuro filtering, which you kind of do need some extra oomph. So auto filter, group it and dupe it. And one is gonna be high, band pass, and low. Yeah, so high chain, band pass chain, low chain. We're gonna have a high pass filter, obviously, a band pass filter, and a low pass filter, respectively. And go ahead and throw utility on all those too, because you'll want to be able to control some of that, especially the low end, because we're basically gonna get rid of that here. Actually, might as well just go ahead and do that now. Nope, we're gonna macro first. Okay, low end frequency macro 5, band pass frequency macro 6, and the high pass, we're gonna do this filter macro 7. So kind of goes up, low to high, whatever. Then go back to the low end. We're gonna map you to macro 1, band pass, the utility macro 2, and macro 3. So next thing we're gonna do is, you can see we got the map function here. We don't need to boost those by 35 decibels, so take all the utilities and max them out at 0. Cool. So high end, that's gonna be 0 flat, 0 flat. Low end, I'm getting rid of. I don't need it right now because your band pass, when it's down in the lower frequencies, oh, you can't hear that right now. When it's oh, it's because I had the high pass all the way down. So yeah, high pass filter we're also gonna have, you know, kind of up there, so there's no sound right now. Band pass is gonna be the important one. So yeah, you can get those kind of neuro sounds, warpy, when you just move the band pass around. And the high end, so yeah, you do that and, you know, move those around, and it's kind of how you got a neuro bass. Also automating the volumes that you got up here, if you're low end and high end, makes some good sounds. Wow, it is late, 2:23. It's not that late, but I'm kind of drunk. What does it get at? Yes, that's one option to do cool things with the bass that you made. Another option, last option, because it's like, again, can't give all my secrets away. Take a saturator, turn on the soft clipping, drive it all the way. Turn your output down like 15 or 20. I gotta go 20 because you put a lot of gain into that. Awesome. Depth all the way up, width all the way down. These leave alone for now. Choose the wave shaping option, click your triangle, curve it like 4%-ish. Give it a little bit of depth, like 20 something, why not? And now, when you automate the frequency in the bass, you make some really cool sounds. So, you can either just absolutely destroy it with the saturator, which is, you know, cool on its own thing. Or you could do the whole neuro filtering thing, which if you do that, then you just want to, you know, put some saturation after it and OTT, whatever else you're going to want to do to, you like to do to process your sounds. But yeah, that's that, you know. And if you automate those at doing separate things, it makes movement. I'm tired. Enjoy the bass. Do whatever you want with it. I need to go to bed. Thank you for watching. Good night. I love you.